This show's called Drewz Viewz. I'm doing Car Tuesday with Steven Universe, so check it out, okay? Now people love the verse, like, subscribe even. Now let's sit back and watch me watch it. Steven! Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Car Tuesday, reacting to cartoons on Tuesday. The Verse, Steven Universe, Season 3. Today I'm going to react to episode 9 and 10 of the season, which means last time on I did 7 and 8, which were about, well, they're both about some dads, some bad dads and some good dads. We had Greg's old manager, who's Sour Cream's father. Marty showed back up. He really came to give Greg something, but then he saw that Sour Cream was a DJ now, and he tried to use him to, I guess, hawk his guac cola. Of course, Sour Cream didn't want to go with that, and he came to a little understanding with his stepfather, who is Onion's dad, Yellowtail, who just talks in gibberish still, but whatever. Moving past that. Then the second episode was Mr. Greg, which was about Greg being rich now, and it was a musical episode. Actually, someone pointed out on the channel there that it was nominated, I guess, for an Emmy Award. I guess it didn't win. They just said nominated. So, but that's interesting. I guess a lot of time. I mean, there's a lot of music in the show anyway, but this was like like a whole musical episode. So, I think a lot of times episodes like that are a little more unique get more attention from like award shows and things like that. But it was a pretty good episode. It was about Pearl and Greg. They have to come to an understanding because, you know, I talked all about it and at the end of my recap last time, but basically they have a lot of things in common. One specific thing, well, two specific things. Steven is one of the things still, obviously. They both have to be around for him, which he was singing about, but also, of course, their love for Rose Quartz, where Greg obviously won her, or whatever, you know, he won her heart, which Pearl did not. She's still upset about that, and the fact on top of it that she's gone now entirely. So anyway, that was a good, song by Pearl, especially. That was my favorite one last time, where she's singing about that. And the one thing I did say also is I hope that, like, this whole thing about Greg being rich now because he made this money off Marty selling his song to a burger ad or whatever. I hope that this continues, like, and it wasn't just like just to set up this one episode where they go to New York or, you know, what, Empire City or whatever. That wouldn't make complete sense to me to have him being rich just for that, but we shall see, we shall see. I'm ready to pop on over to episode 9 here and see what we got. All right, well, I feel bad for Lars. I mean, he doesn't treat Sadie very well, but it's hard for him to figure out how to hang out with the cool kids, especially when they just, like, how Steven acts. I mean, they kind of go against, like, the normal trope of how cool kids act in shows, and they really like nice guys or whatever. Well, I can see it at a certain point. They like people who are chill or whatever, so even though I don't really consider Steven to be chill, but he's like comfortable with himself, which Lars obviously isn't, and that's what they go for more. And then Lars's parents, or Laramie's parents, are surprisingly patient, I guess, or I don't know. I mean, it seems like they've kind of just accepted how he is, but they were like worried to tell him, like, confront him about the report card and whatever. So he probably is flying off the handle all the time, and then he obviously freaked out at the end there when I mean, it was a funny scene when they all go into Steven's house then, and he rightfully so freaked out. I mean, it's crazy that Steven can do that. I mean, apparently he can just turn into other people now or use their consciousness. I guess it's like how it is, like, in the consciousness talking to the cluster, or he can kind of do this stuff now. I mean, it seems to be related probably. And what, was he just thinking about it and it happened, or dreaming about it, and that's why I woke up as Lars? Which, again, I was surprised that they showed nudity on the show. Obviously, it wasn't full frontal or anything, but that was surprising to me a little bit. But yeah, with this, I mean, there's a lot of these Lars and Sadie episodes at this point. The way it ended, I mean, it's nice, I guess. He's trying to be a better friend or whatever. But this whole romantic thing, I just don't, I don't really get the sense that he actually likes her in that way. He's obviously embarrassed to be seen with her. The people didn't even know her name or called her, you know, his parents didn't know who it was. And is that just him trying to be cool? I mean, that is definitely part of it, but does he really actually like her? I haven't been getting that sense, like, even from that one, there's the one episode on the island when they're stuck there and all that, and I was saying in that one he kind of got like Stockholm syndrome into it a little bit, and then this one, yeah, I mean, obviously, I thought Sadie was just gonna realize it was Steven. I mean, I guess that would be a pretty big conclusion to jump to, but she knew it wasn't. He was acting weird or whatnot. Yeah, so I don't exactly know where they're going with this. Is it just the storyline, Lars to be more cool with himself, and act nicer to her, be a better friend and all that, or is it going to be like Steven thinks and apparently wants, that they're an actual couple? I don't know. I mean, it was, for a second I was thinking there like, oh, Steven should get him hooked up with Jenny here, get closer to her, but I would have thought he would have liked that more in real life, but you know, when he's himself, but obviously, of course, Steven was concerned about Sadie. So yeah, both episodes were kind of about accepting who you are, I guess, which a common theme on the show, but with Peridot in the first one, that's more about accepting your limitations and just having fun with who you are, liking yourself. And then this one, the Lars, is more about accepting yourself also, but, you know, maybe Lars should do a little bit more of what people actually want than what he thinks they want or what he thinks is cool and all that type of thing. So I think that's what the main thrust of it was. We haven't seen Garnet, I feel like, in 4 episodes now or so. No Pearl in these 2-pack, so, and I did say I wanted a little more townspeople stuff because it had been a while from the end of last season and the beginning of this, so it's good. I don't know, maybe we'll get some Lapis back next week. Yeah, hopefully at least Garnet and Pearl showing up, but we shall see. I will be back for that one next time, which will be season 3, episode 11 and 12. And until that time, I'm out of here. Peace.
Let's follow this logic.